privacy, I'll keep it hush, hush. I'll stay down low for you. I like when it's just you and me, I'll keep it hush, 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 baby.
It's Courtney
and Lex,
and you're listening to another episode of The Pleasure's All Yours. If you've never heard of us before, we are here to explore and celebrate the sexual liberation of the Black and queer community. You know?
Yeah,
we just want to get together and laugh and learn and really discuss all the different ways that the pleasure is.
All yours.
It's all yours, boo. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm a little tipsy.
I know. I was thinking that too. That's probably why I'm so hot.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You just took three shots?
2 or 3, yeah.
Well,
I think it was just 2.
Just in case it was 2.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take another.
We took 3 shots of mezcal that my beautiful Latina Amore brought back to me from Mexico.
Got hosts in different area codes. Okay.
Sin etiquetas, which I think means without etiquette. But if you are Latin, let me know. We're drunk. I'm drunk. So
this is, yeah. To describe what this tastes like, at first Courtney said tire, which I thought was pretty close. I said it just tastes like slightly burnt wood.
I think that's probably
like barbecue wood. Like look at like the way barbecue wood looks when it's almost like burned all the way.
Yeah.
Imagine what that would taste like, and that's what this tastes like. Wow, that sounds awful.
But it's not bad. It goes down easy. It's just the aftertaste is
the aftertaste is the issue. It's not the.
We have a little cherry vanilla ice cream to kind of chase it down. We don't have any juice. This isn't a juice household. We drink water over here.
Yeah, well, I have an apple juice household, and that's why the bitches love me.
And they do.
Wood. I wonder if there's a. Let me check my calendar. Oh my God! I just realized I didn't schedule a post for this week.
What do you want it to be about? I can work on it tomorrow at the store if that makes sense.
Friday is Pleasure Your Mate Month.
Oh.
So I think we should make that all about like 69, tribbing, things like that.
Things together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I fuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
I can do my strap episode.
Yeah, you can. I also have been going through. Oh my God, we're fucking live.
It doesn't matter. I've just left it open.
I've also been going through the DFW queer group I'm in and looking for the hot Black femmes. There's one, and when I saw her, I was like, this one has to be for Courtney specifically. Yes, and I sent her the invite, and I was like, "You have to come. You're so cute."
I'm really excited. It looks like, and you said your last play party was with 5 people, and I saw that like 7 people had reserved when I looked at it. Mm-hmm. So I was like, "Awesome!" I know not all of them might want to go to a play party, but like, I'm cool keeping it small and cute. You know, I still want to be the pleasure officer.
Yeah, one of the girls that I met on her is there. This bitch, I'm pretty sure this bitch is trying to top me, but the thing about
What's
it
wrong with that?
Is I don't feel it from her, you know, so it's hard for me to be like, oh yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
You know?
You mean you don't feel that energy?
Yeah, I don't feel it from her at all.
I want to get this on the pod.
Okay.
But no, but it's cool because I'm just gonna make it work.
Okay,
edit it so you don't have to redo it.
Okay.
Let me go back to that though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're not getting the dom energy from you. You feel like if you're gonna submit to somebody, they have to make you want to submit to them.
Yeah, and like we've met in person like once or twice, and she's like really nice. She's gorgeous. So she's really short also, but she's like really pretty. And, you know, she has locks. She's bleached them, and then she's like earthy. Like, you know, she has a lot of earthy colors. Like super cute. I don't remember what her sign is. We don't have much conversation, so there's that.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my next question.
We don't have much conversation, which is fine because
it's funny that you like. I know you obviously you haven't said her name because we're on the fucking pod, but like, you're like this girl. Yeah. I don't really know much about her.
I honestly don't really know much about her. She's going to this festival with some of her friends, and they're apparently going to do a bunch of Molly, and she wants me to go.
You should go.
I don't have $75 for a ticket.
And what kind of festival, like an EDM or something?
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, yeah, but like also, I have bigger fish to fry, so I don't have the time to be going. Like I just don't have the time to be going.
Tell her to finance it if she's real.
And that's what I hinted at, but it just seems like she's also got her own stuff going on, which is fine.
We all do, because gas is fucking $3.59.
Yeah.
Rent is $1,600 for a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Life is tough.
But she's been sending me these some of those TikTok videos of like on porn TikTok. So she'll just text them to me and she'll be like, question mark with the eyes. And I just think it's really funny.
Bitch, I'm trying to see a little bit off screen. Show me a little picky.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And she just be asking me she's like, do you like threesomes? How many people would you play with at once? Like all of these things. She don't know me.
The answer is infinity.
The answer is the limit does not exist. The limit does not exist. And it's so funny because like it was not in a plan whatsoever for her to come over. She had just texted me and was like, I'm drunk at the Freeman. What are you doing?
Oh, wow. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
where you usually are is not far from there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it really works out.
Yeah. And, I've been telling Red about our ventures.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that.
About our ventures of things like, I haven't told her specifically about this person. I will today before the episode comes out because she'll listen to it and I don't want her to be mad at me. Yeah. But I've been telling her about like the whole local communities thing we're trying to get into and like what that would look like for us and things like that. And she just will be like, okay. And then she'll just chuckle. And I know it's because it's not something she would be doing, but she's like, I want to support you and do these things. But like, I'm not going to, and like, I never even expected her to be involved whatsoever. But yeah, we're really gay and I like it.
Yeah, that's
we're like super gay and I really enjoy that. It's just nice to have, and when we were playing, what is it called? We're Not Strangers. It had a lot of questions and both of us were like, this is good.
Yeah, I love that you have the freedom to do like what you want to do and still know that person's going to be there and understands like your relationship is not dependent on what you're doing with other people.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
I'm like, this is just my profession. Like, it still is a part of my profession, like sexuality and like exploring such things. So it's like, I want to, and like, I've been like how the outcome of like realizing like, hey, I actually get bitches. Like,
Lex, who thought you didn't?
Hey,
was it you? I knew you got bitches.
My depression kitty was really like
hovering.
I mean, she still be hovering, but it's like the math isn't mathing for her, so she can't be as loud. Yeah. But like, I get bitches, so it's like just insane to me.
Yeah, and you got the whole like blonde, the 6'13".
Yeah.
Booty length box braids right now, so it's just really your time to shine.
Yeah, and my style has switched up a bit too.
It has. I was actually, when you came in, I was like, okay, boho.
Interesting.
What is it? Boho.
Yeah, exactly. With an E at the end.
Yeah.
Boho with an E at the end. Yeah.
I love that for you. So with that being said, if you've never listened to us before, again, we always try to start our episodes off with the pleasure moment, which is just where we chat about what part of the week was pleasurable for us, because life under capitalism and inflation and COVID is just sucky, but we can always find something that we enjoy doing for the week. So what was your pleasure moment, Lex?
I think I really enjoyed my weekend because I had a really insane week. So I really enjoyed my weekend. Me and Red, we walked around Deep Ellum. We stopped at a candy shop and bought some candy. And we don't ever do anything in Deep Ellum. It's just like sometimes they have those little markets and stuff down there. So it's just really nice to like stop down there and see what they have going on. And we stumble across places like the fucking candy shop, and we stopped there, and then we literally just were like lazy. And I'm an active service bitch, and she just had a really hard day at work on Friday, and so I came home and I made food.
Looks great.
Yes, I made dinner and brought it to her in bed, and we ate in bed. And then the next morning I made her breakfast, and we ate breakfast in bed, and then we just did nothing all day.
That sounds so. I love that.
So I just I love that, and we just get really gay on the weekends.
And that's good.
Yeah, because it's like I see you for like 2 hours during the week.
During the week, like even though you like even if you spend the night, it's like we both have work in the morning.
Yeah.
Let's just go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's funny because I had like a very similar great fucking weekend.
I love that.
You know, being queer or being, I don't want to say I'm not in love. I'm just drunk. I had a really great weekend.
Good.
And I learned things about this person. It's the same person. It's the same. Oh my God.
Okay. Yes.
I forgot I had to tell you this. So, you know how you're always like, Quirt, you don't like his big cock. Why don't you just get a new one?
Don't. Yeah. Okay.
I just know you. When I say cock.
Okay. Yeah.
So we got a real rock.
Okay.
It was a 7-inch.
Okay, that's like the perfect one.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
And he was like, when we got it, he was like, this isn't really, I feel like it's not gonna work for me because my other one is 8 inches, and I like the length or whatever. Mm-hmm. And when I put the real rock next to the one that we're currently using, it was like, there's no way that's 8 inches. There's no way that's fucking 8 inches. And that's his thing, is like, he likes to tell me like, it's only 8 inches. Like, and I'm like, no, nigga, that's 10.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah.
But this 7 is perfect. And for all the girlies that like to fuck, suck, and ride strap, Real Rock is a great brand. I love it because you can pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And it becomes kind of malleable.
Mm-hmm.
And really, it stays warm for a while, so it really feels like human skin.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of details, like the veins are very realistic. The skin texture is very realistic. Fucking love Real Rock. But I got a 7-inch.
Love it.
And we tried that shit out, bitch. Let me tell you, I was gonna talk about it a little later because it kind of has to do with our pleasure principle today.
Okay.
But I will say that my pussy, I wish I took a picture of it because
it was like swollen.
It was unbelievably it was weird. Like I could feel it when I walked. Like,
yeah.
It looked like 2 lips had stretched to the brim, and they're like pink, and they were just like slapped together. And we used a lot of lube, so it wasn't a lube thing. It was just like I'm used to
blood, the back.
I think it was the rubbing,
the friction.
Yeah, I didn't have to push him away, because it was too long. So I was bringing him closer, and that I was rubbing all over everything that was going on there. And I think that was
probably.
Anyway. That was Friday night. That was fantastic. And then Saturday, I didn't work for once. For once in a blue fucking moon, I didn't work on a Saturday morning.
I love that.
I was just so happy. He made breakfast. We went shopping, went to Trader Joe's, went to Walmart, did some things. And then we came back and we learned the Tamia line dance, which I can't wait to teach you.
Oh, yeah.
Literally can't wait to teach you.
Because you've been wanting to learn that for
a
ever.
long time.
Yeah.
And it's not as hard as y'all think it is. I was struggling, and then he kind of broke it down to me because he learned it at work this week. So he showed it to me, and I learned some new things about them. Apparently they have done Taekwondo for 12, 15 years. Mm-hmm. So we went down to the gym, and he showed me all this Taekwondo because he's trying to get a job teaching kids Taekwondo.
Love it.
Dojo. So I was like, let's see if you remember your shit.
Yeah.
And he did, and it was so much fun. I'm still sore. I just had such a great weekend, and I want to say it's nice that some of the pressures, that we talked about, are not as on the table because we really just be fucking having fun.
Yeah.
And there's just not that whole extra well, what is this?
And
that's
literally and I was saying this too. I was like, that's literally just what I need right now. And one of our friend, our Pisces friend who likes to ask the outrageous questions was like, well, what's so different between this and dating? And I'm like, because there's no expectation. There's no commitment to my time and my mental, and there's no obligation for me to show up. And I know it's not you have an obligation to show up for your all the time this certain way for a partner, but as a partner, that is a part of a relationship, is being able to show up consistently. And it's dude, I don't have the mental capacity to do that.
Shit going on right now for you, for me, for everybody.
Yeah.
let's just vibe
let's have fun, and like if either one of us like meets other people during us also having fun, then like there would be no pressure and there would be nothing that would change here, because bitch, I just want to have a good time. Like life is literally
hard.
And like I've been so sucked up in how hard life is, baby.
If you can get out of that and like get some positive vibes, get some positive fucking orgasms,
yeah,
you want. Like, it really does take the stress off of it a little bit.
Yeah.
And honestly, Lex, I feel that. Like, I mean, like, I feel, like, not feel, like, I feel you. Like, I physically feel that, you know, that energy change.
Yeah, it's just nice to just be able to, like, be gay.
Yeah.
And know that, like, me holding your hand everywhere isn't, like, being read as something other than me wanting to be intimate currently.
Like, I just want to hold your hand.
Yeah.
You're cute and we're having fun.
Yeah, it's what the ancestors would want.
I love that for us.
Yeah.
That was a nice pleasure moment. Usually it's like, bitch, I don't fucking know. Capitalism is hard, bitch.
But now
I had a popsicle on Tuesday.
But, you know, I think it was just all the, like, being gay really, like,
it lifted your spirit.
It just does, you know?
It does.
It does.
It does.
And, like, I think also realizing, again, that I do be getting bitches. I don't know where my brain went for a while. My brain was gone for a while, you know? I don't know what happened.
You just weren't looking for the bitches. That's why you weren't getting the bitches. But now that you were looking for the bitches.
I just feel like the bitches should be looking for me.
But also, you don't give up. I'm letting you know right motherfucking now. I will let you know on this podcast. That is not the energy you give off. Okay?
But it would just be nice.
I'm already your friend. Because I would want to be your friend if I was at the club or wherever you meet the gay folks at. I would be like, this person, I want to get to know that person. But then if I saw you in person, I'd be like, oh my God.
You know what's
intimidating.
You know what I find so funny about that is the first time we ever like spoke is because you messaged me. So I think that's really funny.
Not me being a top, not me being a little dog, bitch. You know.
The urge was there, I guess. It was there enough.
Yeah.
It was there enough, I think.
You know, you had that butterfly filter, I think, or whatever.
Maybe, yeah.
I think it was a dog. Whatever the filter was at the time, in 2019. You know, it just really
looked soft.
Yeah, you looked soft.
Okay.
You know, like the armor was down.
But it's okay. I like being that illusion.
Okay. Yeah.
I like that.
And
I think I made it. I think I made
it over, bitch.
Yeah, I think I made a tweet about that, and it was like, I just love it when people, I feel like the more femme I look, the more dominant I feel, because it's like, oh, you think I'm so cute? You think I'm so cute and soft? LOL.
LOL. Okay. I mean, it's true though. It's true.
You think I'm such a soft, pretty girl.
So surprisingly, bitch, I have a fun fact.
Ooh.
And it is a long one.
Okay.
So
break it down.
I don't know if you guys are tuned into like TMZ or just like Miguel in general.
Oh, I've seen that video.
Yeah, you saw it. And so I was like, immediately when I saw it, I was like, I have to talk about it.
We got to talk about it on the pod.
So if you haven't seen it, I will link the link in the description box, but it's from TMZ. And Miguel has an album coming out, so he had an album release party in LA, and he performed one of his songs. I think I was listening to the video, and in the lyrics he says like "hanging by a thread" or like "hanging on" or something like that. But basically, he gets suspended in the air with hooks,
like in his shoulder blades, almost
in the back of his shoulder blades.
Yeah,
and he's like in the pulley basically pulls him up above the crowd, and he's like performing
the song.
He's performing the whole song, and then he has fucking hooks in his back.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is a kink.
That is a kink.
A suspension. It's a BDSM kind of adjacent thing. So I was like,
They do it in BDSM too.
They do.
Where they hook you by your skin.
It's not always sexual. And
yeah.
that's why I said like adjacent, because when I was doing my research, a lot of the people that do it for like the mental clarity, the relaxation that it provides, and less about like the person doing it being the rigger and the person receiving it being a seller.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know that there are situations in which that occurs. It's just for my example, I don't have that.
Okay.
But anyway, so this is a form. I'll link the bio. I'll link the video in the description if you want to take a second to look at it before I continue. Do that, bitch, but come back. This is a form of body modification.
Yes.
And BDSM play called hook suspension. It's been around for around 5,000 years, and it actually originated in India it's called Velkavadi, and it was originally like created as an offering to the god of war Murugu. But the Native Americans also have a history of doing this like for new warriors that are off to their first battle. It's kind of a sign of like mental strength, physical strength, and like discipline.
It's so interesting. It's such an interesting thing to see.
Yeah, for sure.
I saw that video quoted and somebody was like, kinky ass. And I just thought that was really funny.
Yeah, basically. Because I know Miguel ain't doing it for the mental clarity. He gives me freak.
Yeah. So many things scare me about it. So I got so many, I got so many questions. Like I saw him standing there singing. I was like, oh my God, why are you moving?
Yeah. But I'll talk a little bit in detail about it in a second. But like, there's some people that I saw a video of a girl swaying from a tree. So she had hooks in her shoulders, and basically like the same place that Miguel did. Okay. And she was literally like, somebody was like pushing her like a swing, and she was just swinging back and forth. But her face was like this. It was like so serene and calm. Like she was. It was crazy.
Interesting.
But anyway, it involves piercing the body in an array of different areas. Typically, it's the back, the shoulders, thighs, anywhere where the major arteries wouldn't be affected. Now, I did see a unfortunate video in my research where a girl had the hooks through her cheeks. So, like, the apples of your cheeks right here, she had two hooks, and then she had hooks going all the way down the sides of her body, like her arms, her legs, and she was hanging like this. And again, it looked so serene and peaceful. Like, it's fucking, I don't get it. I don't. But
oh my God,
that's why we're here to talk about it. So basically, and if you have this is a trigger warning, because you won't see any blood on the screen, but obviously we're talking about piercings. So if you have an issue with blood or you have an issue with gore, I don't know, girl, hit 30 seconds. A metal hook is inserted into the pierced skin. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped over. Sorry. Okay. It involves piercing the body in an array of different areas. So the piercer, and it usually is like a professional that knows how to do this, pierces the skin, and then inside of the piercing, a hook is inserted, and that hook is connected to wires, rope, string, whatever, a tree, I guess, and basically like suspends you in the air with your fucking skin, and you can see like the pinch of it coming up, because a lot of the strings that they have are like invisible, which I think is really beautiful in a certain way.
Yeah, because you sort of look like you're floating.
Yeah, it looks like you're floating with like parts of your body like coming, like resurrecting up. I don't know. It looks very cool, but it also looks really scary. Yeah. I want to say,
if you have one of those phobias where like looking at things, like you look at certain skin and body things and like holes and things like that, you feel weird. I don't know if this would be one that you would enjoy.
Maybe just start with the Miguel video because it's very far away. So like you can see what they're doing, but then you just see them hosted up. You don't see the blood, you don't see the piercing happen or anything like that. But you can do this in a variety of different ways. And there are different hooks for different positions and different body parts. So you can be put into any position that you really want, as long as it doesn't involve like them hooking your neck, hooking your femoral artery, which is like I think the inside of your thigh, and then like the arteries in a part of your arm. But typically they do it like on the outside. And I saw a picture of a girl, and she was like,
because they probably go through the tissue.
Yeah, it goes through the tissue, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So she was like sitting crisscross applesauce.
Okay, there we go.
She was sitting crisscross applesauce, and the hooks were coming out of her thighs and her legs, and so they kind of made that position like that, and then her shoulders were hooked, and she was just sitting there like this, like hoisted, like Miguel, where there was a lot of space between the ground and the ceiling. Now you can be hoisted up to whatever level you feel comfortable. So if you're like, oh girl, I'm scared of heights, you can be put to the level of this table, like a coffee table level, or you could be put up in the ceiling to be viewed by a party or a kink play party or whatever kinky shit you're into. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Wow.
So there's dynamic suspension and there's static suspension. What Miguel was doing was dynamic. So it's where you physically pull a person up and then you can move. So like that's the swing I told you about. Some people swing, some people rock, and then some people like Miguel fucking move all over the
and perform a fucking concert.
Yeah. And then static, each hook is attached separately to the suspender and you're just standing in one place. And that's where you look like a fucking like serial killer's basement. Like it's hanging suspended in midair, just bleeding out. Like what the fuck?
I don't. Would they be bleeding out?
Well, no, because the piercer will clean the wounds. And
okay, yeah.
It's very sterile. You should be using clean needles. Don't try this at home, babe.
Please don't try this at home.
A few examples of positions. They have the crucifix, which is as it sounds. Okay. You got your arms out like this. You're actually like laying vertical, so your chest is facing the ceiling. Your head is back and your arms are wide open and there's hooks all over your arms. There's hooks on your legs and you're looking like Jesus, baby.
Yikes.
And then resurrection, which is similar, but instead it's like your arms are down underneath your body and your chest is hooked. So like the tops of your the top of your titties maybe, or this thick part right here, it's hooked and you're like looks like you're rising, like looks like you're being abducted by aliens.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
I see. Yeah.
So those are just two examples that I had included because I was like, damn, this is a lot of. It feels like it would be a lot of pressure, like feeling the weight of your body.
My full body. Oh.
It just is crazy.
I know how much I weigh. I'm like, I don't know, girl.
Right? But participants described the feeling as cathartic.
Okay.
And like very meditative. So it's like it's very transcendent. If you have like a busy mind. The girl that was specifically in this article, she said she had a lot of issues with depression and like mood disorders. But she's like 10 minutes up she said 10 minutes in the rig and I feel like a big smile on my face and I feel like this euphoria and this sense of like calm. And I don't know if you guys watch Ink Master, but Dave Navarro, which I am really embarrassed to say, but this is a Black podcast, so I know y'all didn't know either, so I'm gonna inform you right now. Dave Navarro, that cool guy with the black hair and all the glasses. First of all, he's 56.
Wow.
That nigga's a vampire. He looks 28. But he was also actually the guitarist for Red Hot Chili Peppers, which I didn't know, for like 5 years. And then he went on to start his own band, Jane's Addiction, which I've heard of, you know.
Wow.
But I was like, wow, Dave, I didn't know you did all that. I just thought you were like a
wow,
tattoo
Dave.
connoisseur, you know? But anyway, he's like a big part of the community. And so he was talking about how, oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Hold on.
Dave Navarro.
Right, you thought it would be that easy. Oh, he described it as turning the knob down on the volume of life.
Okay.
So when there's a lot of noise, he likes to get hooked up.
Interesting.
And suspended in air. And some people like to do it for 30 seconds, and some people like to do it for 3 hours. Like there are people that do host parties, and they have people hoisted in the air on hooks, and that's all they do all night. They just stand and people cheer them on, or people interact below them, and like, you know, just like other kinks.
Yeah.
You may not understand them, but for somebody, they create a sense of comfort.
That's what I say. It's just interesting.
It's so interesting.
Like, damn.
And the hooks are huge. Guys.
Yeah, they are.
They're so big because think about what they have to hold on to, and think about the level that they have to pierce. Like insanity. It's just insanity. But there are risks, as there are risks with everything in life. Skin infection. So if the needles aren't clean that the person is piercing you with, if the hooks aren't clean that the person is piercing you with, if they don't do good aftercare when they remove the hooks, you can get infections in your skin. But most of the piercings are superficial enough to where they heal in about 2 weeks. They say the average is 2 weeks. The girl in the interview that got her cheeks pierced, she said nobody can even tell that she had it done.
Wow.
So, you know.
I know she looked like crazy in the face.
Oh yeah, well, her face itself was calm, but the fact that I could see like,
the eyeball.
Yeah, it's really.
That's what I meant. Yeah, it's like the eyeball socket just being open.
Crazy stuff. Then there's obviously the risk of damage to nerves, tissue, muscles, tendons, all that stuff. If they pierce too deep, you could be hooking in a lot of shit you don't want to be hooking on. You know, not everything is meant to be hooked, babe. the skin is the biggest organ on the body, so I feel like it can handle a lot. Like,
yeah.
if you're piercing tendons and nerves, that's where you get fucked up.
Yikes.
But that's why you have to find somebody that knows
a professional
that is, I don't want to say certified because I'm sure there's not like
a certification for that.
But you need to find
your rigor certification.
Yeah, like I have hard. Yeah. And then one of the biggest risks is suspension shock syndrome. I'm going to call it triple S. I made that up though.
Okay, yeah.
The National Institute of Health defines triple S as the development of pre-syncopal symptoms and loss of consciousness when the human body is held motionless in a vertical position for an I've never wanted to burn an apartment down before. I've never wanted to do that. In case you didn't hear it on the mic, my neighbors are fucking awful.
I felt that one on the floor.
You do. You feel it on the floor. Mm-hmm. My fucking flowers shake. My TV shakes. It just... Fuck you guys. Anyway. Triple S and something about being unconscious. Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I didn't know if you were suspended in the air vertically, like with your head up and your feet down, that you could pass out just from the feeling of not letting gravity take over your body. It's very interesting.
Okay, yeah.
But that's a big one.
Yeah.
So again, don't do this by yourself. Don't do this with some regular piercing stuff you get from Amazon, babe. This isn't the
no fish hooks, baby.
Miguel had professionals. He had like 3 people helping him on stage do this. So be Miguel, please.
Yeah.
And also, if you're a black person that participates in this, or you know somebody that participates in this, or you know a rigger that pierces people for this, anything, send them our way, because I would actually really love to talk to a black person about this, because I kept trying to find information on feelings.
Yeah.
Right? But all I could find was those 2 comments, one about it being really cathartic.
Yeah.
And second about it turning the volume down. But
Yeah.
there's just not a lot of information about how people really feel when they're up there, like the level of pain.
Yeah.
And when it gets unbearable. I want to know all of that. So
yeah.
if you have this type of fetish, I don't really want to call it that. I want to call it like a ceremony, honestly.
Like a hobby.
Yeah, like an interest, I guess.
Yeah.
Let us know. We would love to have you in the pod.
Pretty please.
Yeah. How does that make you feel?
Intrigued to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like with my own eyes, not like via a camera or video. Because like, I'm not saying I want to see the skin get pierced, but like just the suspension itself, I think I would be interested in seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They look like
because we saw the rope suspension at Orgasmic, and I was like, that's a thick bitch hanging on that fucking rope.
Yeah.
Just suspended in the middle of the fucking air, just like.
It takes some talent to be a rigger, for real.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. So shout out to y'all. That's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
If I fall to the ground.
And you gotta have your scissors ready too.
Yeah, you do. So that was a fun fact for today. Miguel is a little freak nasty bitch. we knew. He has that kind of haircut. He kind of reminds me of that one friend that we have that you sometimes hang out with sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And I know he's a freak, but like in a closeted way, and I hope that eventually you bring it up.
Maybe, yeah.
If you want to. No pressure. Anyway. That was a fun fact, y'all. Thank you for having me. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
You did great, Corey.
I never have a fucking fun fact, so I was really proud.
You did amazing, truly.
So Lex, you know how I text you every time it's my episode, and I'm like, hey, Raul, should we do this one or should we do this topic? And you're like, oh, we should do this topic. And I'm like, yeah, perfect. And then I do the outline. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
It was one of those times.
Okay, that's okay, too.
Okay. So because we were talking about the potential risks of suspending in midair underneath hooks or with metal hooks in your body, I thought we could talk about sex injuries.
Okay, yeah.
Like a little sex sent me to the ER kind of episode. You know?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so like, I want to preface this by saying I found all of these from like magazines, like Men's Health, Cosmopolitan, Insider. I don't know how accurate this shit is, but it's an interesting story for sure.
We should have watched Sex Sent Me to the ER.
I love that show, and I have watched that show in the past. I don't know why I didn't just sit and watch like 4 episodes. It's great. It's on HBO right now. If you guys do want to watch it, they have, or I'm sorry,
Max. Yeah. Hey, all I know is when I watch Sex in the City, what shows up is HBO.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess, if they decided they wanted to transition, like I'm supporting them, and I want to use the pronouns and the names that they have chosen for themselves.
We do want to be respectful.
Absolutely. So, for this special principle, we'll be talking about sex injuries. The first one, I titled Spicy Snatch. And I actually have some personal experience. Is this boring you?
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's the me being high. Remember when I walked in and I was like, Court, I'm so high.
I did say that.
And then remember we did 3 shots?
We did do that.
Yeah. I'm here. Please know I'm present.
Okay, because I really need you to be present while I explain this Spicy Snatch story.
Hey, I'm pretty sure I can relate.
Please do.
Okay.
So apparently, this was from Men's Health. A woman took a trip to the ER after she had experienced a slow and intensifying burning sensation and painful urination shortly after receiving oral sex from her partner.
Oh, okay.
After some investigation, the partner revealed that he had eaten an entire bag of hot Cheetos before arriving to her home and greeting her with cunnilingus. So I guess he opened the door and he was like, "Baby, get on the floor, bitch. I'm in that coochie."
Yikes.
I don't know why you would decide to chow down on hot Cheetos and then immediately eat out your girlfriend.
Hey, if you don't have a vagina, you can't really think about it like that.
I guess, but it's like
you're more like, I also want another snack. I need a little sweet after this.
I need a little sweet, something spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I guess. I mean, it happens to the best of us. I'm sure it's happened to people before. Has that ever happened to you?
Not like mouth wise, but like I do remember, like, my ex would make like stews and things like that, and we use a lot of like habaneros, aka pepe. She'd use a lot of it, and so there was just one day, I don't remember what happened, but we got really caught up in it, and we were fucking, and as soon as she like put her fingers inside me, I was like, something doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel right. And then it just started getting worse and worse. And I was like, did you wash your hands? She's like, yeah. But like they're habanero peppers.
You have to really wash your hands.
You might as well take a fucking shower.
Yeah.
And my pussy was like on fire.
Like you fanning the shit like
water
makes it worse.
No, like I had ice and was like had ice on a wet cold towel and was just like patting it, and then like where I had like soap and I was like my honey pot sensitive, just like washing it over and over again, but like it was so like swollen and sensitive for like days. Yeah, because it was
days?
Yeah, because it was so irritated.
Yeah.
I've never had that happen to me before until then.
For days?
Yeah, it was like for 2 days. I felt like I was like it wasn't burning anymore, but I was like really like swollen and tender.
I had a situation where we had gotten Thai food and he had gotten like level 4 spicy, and he had a beard, so like it got all in his beard, and then I remember specifically he ate me out like from the side. So like I was laying on my side and one leg was over his head and the other leg was underneath his head, and he was like in there like that, just rubbing up and down my vulva. Bitch, the way that shit said like fire burning, but as soon as I got in the shower I felt better. But because I guess she was like in there, that's hard to get out, bitch.
Yeah. It was very much a time like that. The burn subsided, but I just felt like I could feel my pulse in my labia the whole time.
Yeah, not a great feeling when you don't want it.
Yeah.
Like I know if you think about it, like a lot of the clitoral arousal gels, G-spots,
I don't like any of the heat stuff.
Yeah. I mean, what arousal gel have you tried that you like?
The high climax one I really like.
You like that one? I feel like it's too cold. Like I feel like it's
like
like a
the
minty.
cold.
It's like I'm like
I don't like the warming because I feel like it's too hot.
That's crazy.
Like, I just feel like it's way too hot. I like the cold. I like I keep my water bottle with me, you know, and it always has cold water in it. So I like hold the water in your mouth for a little while and then put your mouth on my pussy. That's one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like
Keep
the
it
cold
cool,
way more.
not hot, guys.
Yeah.
Please, if you're gonna eat Thai, if you're gonna eat African food, if you're gonna eat any kind of hot, spicy shit, baby, rinse your mouth out with water, with mouthwash. Brush your motherfucking teeth. Wash your motherfucking hands. Get under the nails, baby.
Yeah.
Because that shit is
not too much toothpaste though, because I have also experienced toothpaste burn on my coochie, and that is not comfortable whatsoever.
Oh wow! Yeah. Even though it's a minty feeling. It's a little too much.
It burns, like, because it's not really supposed to be there either. So, like, it feels gritty and it burns.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
God, that's never happened before. So the next one is called Semen from Hell.
Oh my God.
And it's just like it sounds. It's from hell.
Oh no.
So there have been reports of anaphylactic shock, in folks who have swallowed ejaculate of a partner who has recently consumed an allergen-inducing food. So, like, in this example, after a woman needed medical attention for swollen throat, itchy eyes, and difficulty breathing, doctors determined that her amoxicillin allergy may be to blame because her partner had been taking amoxicillin for an ear infection for like a week. So certain allergies, if consumed daily, like if you're eating shrimp every day, if you're eating nuts every day, if you're taking a medication that you have to take every day, can be released into ejaculate and cause reactions in those who consume it. So she had to get a little EpiPen to the thigh.
Oh my
and
goodness!
Visit the hospital. But ladies, if you're trying to get rid of somebody discreetly, that might be the way you want to do it. Find out what kind of allergy your nigga has. And
then just feed that nigga that. And then when you start going into anaphylactic shock, be like, we have to break up. Your cum is awful.
I'm so sorry. It's crazy that you said that because I was actually thinking the opposite. I was like, girl, eat all the shrimp, eat all the nuts, eat all the peanut butter, bitch. And then squirt all over his fucking face.
Hey, that works too.
Get it in his nose, get it in his eyes, get it in his mouth.
Every orifice.
And then he'll just slowly perish. What are you gonna do with the body?
Who knows?
I don't know, bitch.
It was an accident.
I did my part. I gave you the idea. You execute it however you want to execute it, okay? Similarly, getting cream pied by allergen-contaminated semen can cause an itchy, swelling vulva and unusual discharge.
And that is like... That's so hard to get all of it out.
Ugh. I just came in like, ugh. I mean, like, my outside was swollen this weekend. It was so,
I'm sure the inside was too.
Probably.
Yeah.
It probably was, but that was my fault. You know, we were just really... And actually, I think maybe I am allergic to something because, you know, since it's not real, you have to use lube for a lot of things. So I was using Joe Strawberry Dreams or whatever. Not for my vagina.
Okay.
I was giving head.
Okay.
Because I do that.
Residue, and you're a sensitive girl.
Exactly.
You are a sensitive girl.
But I thought I sucked it all off because when I tell you I was sucking that dick outside on my Papazon right there, I brought a little pillow. I put my little knees on my little pillow. I got to motherfucking work, and everything was cool. We fucked. Side note, it was hilarious because this guy was walking. It was like maybe midnight, and this guy was walking his dog, and you could hear the. And then he would like pull out and then he would like slap my ass or something. And the guy kept going. Like looking up, seeing where that shit came from. But anyway, maybe it was. Because like I don't use that shit.
Yeah. Even it's still going to have a sugary residue.
Yeah.
Like no matter how much because it's mixed in your saliva. How clean can you get your saliva, especially if you don't have water? So I would just...
wash it off.
Or just get some of those wipes. Some of those, like, rippable.
Swiss Navy ones?
The Swiss Navy ones, or those...
Coconut.
Yeah, those ones, just wipe it off that way.
That's a good idea. I'm going to keep that next to me.
Yeah.
Because I like the flavor. You know, I like it makes me go harder, you know?
Yeah.
But I can't do that again. Because it really, like... We continued to fuck the whole night. We fucked outside, then we fucked in my room, then we fucked in that room, then we fucked in the bathroom. It was everywhere around this bitch. But I can't have that happen again. Because like I was walking crazy the next day. Like I could feel like
okay, Ariana Grande.
My pee, I can't express to you how that felt. I felt like I was dying. I felt like I was dying.
And it's like you're clenched too because you're so afraid to pee. Yeah.
It was hard because we were drinking too, so you know you have to pee all the time, and then the pee has alcohol in it. Girl, I was still popping that pussy though. I was still popping that pussy. I was just so excited that I had a dick that was just like very approachable for me. Yeah. And it was fantastic. And I, like I've said on this pod before, I've gotten used to the 8-inch or 10-inch in my opinion. But I really like this new dick that I got, y'all. So y'all should really purchase that. A real rock. It feels great. And again, you pop it in the microwave and it gets nice and warm and kind of like human soft. Anyway. Yeah.
It's by Shots.
It's by Shots.
ShotsAmerica.com.
Thanks. This next one is called, which it sounds like a plus, but it's really a negative, okay? Okay. The never-ending orgasm. Have you heard of this before? No. So on an episode of Sex Sent Me to the ER, a woman decided to seek medical attention after having sex with her husband and reaching an earth-shattering orgasm that never stopped. So after a few minutes, she began cramping and getting concerned. Her vulva was like spazzing out. You know, she could feel the twitching here and there. And she reportedly tried to do exercises, stretching, even drinking wine, which I'm like, what?
To relax.
Oh. Okay. The whole time I was reading the article, I was like, why the fuck would that work?
To relax.
That makes sense. Yeah. But nothing had eased the symptoms, so she went to the ER. And they assumed they didn't have an explicit diagnosis, but they assumed that it was PGAD, which is persistent genital arousal disorder.
Okay. Is that like the girls that walk and they can walk, and while they're walking they can have a random orgasm?
Yeah. Like, I don't know if you've seen this video, and I feel like it was also on TLC, just a different show. This girl, she's dry. Like, she was talking about how much she hates having PGAD because she'll be driving and she'll have an orgasm and she can't stop it, and it's like very involuntary. Like, she has them at work, she has them with her kids, like cooking. Like, it's very like it's debilitating. Yeah. You know. But yeah, PGAD occurs when a person has frequent genital arousal that isn't caused by typical sexual triggers. So like you were saying, if you're just walking, you're thinking about bills, bitch, and dying, and all of a sudden.
Okay, Barbie.
And then all of a sudden you have an orgasm that doesn't stop. So like your body's contracting, your abdomen is contracting, you can't focus, you know, you're shivering, it's uncontrollable. And I've seen some videos. It seems kind of sad. Like, it doesn't seem like a fun thing to have at all. Yeah. You know? And
wouldn't be having any kind of sex at all.
Yeah. And actually, they said that masturbation and orgasm do not always fix this issue, and that it causes pain and stress to the person experiencing it, even when they are masturbating and when they are having orgasm, because it just comes on so strong. Yeah. Very sad. I don't know what that's like, but I would hate to have that. To have the beauty of an orgasm stripped away from you.
Yeah. And it's more like torture and not in a sexy way.
No, like a medical condition way.
Yeah, like I got to talk to my doctor about this. Like I'm sitting talking to my doctor about this, having an orgasm.
Yeah. Crazy business. Like, it's a disorder, so I don't know if there's any cure per se. Maybe they prescribe you like muscle relaxers. Yeah. I don't know, girl. I hope you don't have that. And then the last crazy story that I have is, I called it the kiss of death. And while I don't necessarily believe this one, and I really wanted to preface that, like, I found this on a website called Routers. I don't trust them.
Who are those niggas anyway?
Yeah, like the vagueness of the story just did not make it seem real. But I wanted to include it because it was interesting. Okay. A Chinese woman, racism, was passionately making out with her lover when she felt a sharp pain and lost hearing in her ear. When she went to the doctor, they believed that the kiss had reduced the pressure in her mouth, causing her eardrum to be like collapse and basically like almost be pulled out of her ear. I don't know how accurate this is. They shouldn't say that she like her eardrum was falling out of her ear. It was just like it had collapsed inside of her ear canal or whatever, and her entire ear system had collapsed. So she was deaf, but the doctor said that it would heal itself in 2 months. And that's when I was like, This doesn't sound real. Because
Yeah.
If your eardrum is collapsed inside of your ear, I don't see it healing in 2 months, bitch. I don't know what that was about.
Very interesting. Maybe we should. I don't know. That's so interesting.
Maybe we should make out so hard and see if the pressure causes an eardrum collapse, bitch.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
I'm dead, bitch.
Please.
Hearing aids are really expensive.
I was thinking more so of like Rose Nyland, you know, aka Golden Girl, aka Betty White.
Okay. Get to the point.
She said that she didn't like to have sex with men because she felt like she killed them whenever she had sex with them, because that's how her husband died. And then like this guy that she was dating, he was like, she told him that. She was like, they just dropped dead. You know, it was like a second one that did it too.
Oh my God.
And so no, he's a man, so he's like, it's fine, it's fine. So then they end up having sex and he dies. And then she finds out that he's married with kids because he dies. And she has to call the ambulance and like, you know, get involved in finding this woman's dead husband.
I need to watch Golden Girls.
Yeah.
I thought this bitch was just playing bingo and being sassy.
Them bitches be doing shit. Like, them bitches be doing shit, for real.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't know how much I believed it, but
Yeah.
there it is. I guess you can suck somebody's eardrum out. Again, ladies, if you're discreetly looking to ruin a nigga's life,
There you go.
I have three very fact-based scenarios for you to indulge into.
Of course, like, you know what? If you don't want to get rid of that nigga the old-fashioned way, here are some non-conventional ways.
I'm just saying, these are things that like you kind of pass over in an autopsy. Like, oh, it was an accident. It's not your fault. Manslaughter. Involuntary manslaughter. 6 months of community service. And then you're back out on the field, single again, enjoying your life.
Or, you know, they could just be like, this is just a medical condition. You had nothing to do with this.
Sorry, boo. Lastly, of course, we always have the questions for the gals.
Yeah.
Now, this is a pretty simple one. Have you ever had a sex injury before?
Besides the habanero coochie, I think I've been like scratched pretty bad.
On the inside?
Like right, you know, sometimes when you like move your hip and like you're getting fingers, so sometimes the fingers slide up. And just this person was also with my ex. It's so crazy. A lot of my coochie injuries came from my ex, but I think that's beautiful nails, but definitely was like a downfall sometimes because I got scratched a little often, and then I'd be like, oh, there's blood there.
Not often, and like they didn't think to be like, let me trim my nails.
But even when they would trim them, that's the thing. Like, even they would keep them pretty trimmed. So it was like no big deal, you know. But I find it very funny because last night me and Red were fooling around, and she was like, my nails are just too short. Hold on. I mean, my nails are too long. And she got up, fingernail clip. You could hear her in there snipping them.
There's something a little sexy about that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, get your shit ready for me to ride, baby.
Exactly. And then it's when I got up this morning and I went to go brush my teeth, nail clip is still sitting right there. And, you know, she just got new sheets. And so, like,
what a fun night.
I was like, you really need to get a towel. I was like, these are new sheets. You got to get a towel. I was like, I feel it coming. You need to get a towel.
I love when you tell me about your little sexcapades.
Yeah. I just realized how gay mine be, too. Like, like I was talking about that with one of my friends, and I was like, damn, I really, like, I'm just gay as fuck.
So I was watching Jocelyn's Cabaret, thanks to Lex.
Yeah.
And last night there was a fight between this like girl, and now that I'm thinking about it, they really reminded me of you, but it wasn't because they were bald.
Okay.
So, they didn't start out bald. I want to start with that, of course. So like they had a wig on, and they got into a fight with one of the dancers. So they started fighting, and the girl ripped the wig off, and she's bald. Like she's like completely bald underneath. Like it didn't hurt at all. Like, you know, like, bitch, I'm bald. So anyway, she was talking to Jocelyn about everything, and she was like, come on, bro. Like she's like, come on, bro, this is ridiculous. Like, I can't believe this shit. I'm too gay to be fighting pretty bitches. Like, this is ridiculous.
No, like,
I don't
seriously.
fight girls like this. I'm too gay to fight bitches. And I was like, this is Lex.
No, like,
I know
seriously.
that if somebody tested you, you would fight the fuck out of them.
Absolutely.
But she wouldn't want to because it would hurt your spirit.
Because like why
another pretty bitch?
Like come on. And you know what's so funny that you say that is I don't know what we were joking about yesterday, but she goes, she was like, me fight? I would never. I would just call you. And I'm like, okay.
Wow. Not say, hey girl, I need you to do me a favor.
I'm gonna call my nigga over here. And you know what? It's over for you bitches.
She's at the Popeyes on 54th. Go get her. I love that. I like to think that because I've been watching so much Jocelyn Cabaret. Honestly, if you've thought about getting Zeus for Jocelyn's Cabaret this season, don't. Just don't. Because honestly, it's upsetting. There's not really a lot of dancing. Jocelyn is coked out of her fucking mind.
Yeah.
She is so, like, it's very clear that she's not okay this season, and she's just being really mean and, like, ridiculous because that's her shtick. Yeah, that's her thing.
Yeah.
So now she's, like, really leaning into it. So there's just a lot of, not just her fighting other people, but it's a lot of fighting in general. There's not a lot of dancing. It's just angry, bitch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying, if you were coming to see some titties and some ass shake like I was, because that's what the last
You're not getting none of that.
You're not getting that. You're getting a lot of unwarranted titties and unwarranted ass because bitches are ripping each other to shreds like every episode. Just drama.
I'm just also too much for the girls to just be fighting them. Also, like, I always, like, I mean, unless you're of the palm persuasion, it's different. But definitely, like, I don't be wanting to fight the girls. Like, baby, listen. Why would we do that to the community? Come on. Use your words when you're speaking to me. And not even like in a, like, oh, we're black, don't be fighting. But in like, bitch, we are fine as hell. Why do we want to fuck up both of our outfits right now? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Please.
That's exactly how she felt. She's like, this is not me. Like, I didn't want to have to do this, but that bitch tested me. So.
You click the right button. You gonna get a pop-up. Bam!
And that's it. That's all. But I don't know. I like to think that I could fight if I was given the opportunity.
I think you would kick a bitch.
Let me tell you.
I feel like if there was
fighting this nigga on the daily, like I really be getting in his ass, and he's always like, "Why are you kicking? Why are you always kick?"
Yeah, you seem like a bitch that would just kick the fuck. Sharkeisha, no. Sharkeisha, no. I don't know. That just you seem like the kind of bitch that would just like.
And because honestly.
And you'd probably kick them like when they were like trying to get up, and like you're like passing by, and you're like, bitch.
Yeah, no. I kick to get away to create distance, and then I run and I kick again.
Okay, got it.
Absolutely, because it's about me here. I'm trying to protect myself. I don't give a fuck about rules and regulations when it comes to street brawls.
Yeah.
Like, don't pull hair. Don't pull your girl.
I like had a glimpse of me committing assault to this individual.
You said that last week too.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was so strong. I literally, when I tell you I had to like put my hands under my arms, like I literally wanted to physically fight this person. And when I think about fighting someone, I'm not even thinking about like pulling hair or anything like that. Like that's the part that's scary. Because I'm thinking about how can I get my hand around your neck enough to pin you to the ground and just beat the shit out of you. Like, how can I get my knees on the insides of your arms so I can beat your ass? Like, you wanted to try it? Let's fucking try it. Baby, oh my God. My ex used to be like, I used to hold, like, she used to try to tickle me. So I used to defend myself, and she like, oh no, I would never want to fight your ass. She's like, because how are you holding me so tight right now?
Have you ever gone into a fight?
Like, not in a while. Like, I always lately, the last time I've gotten mad enough to really get there, it's like there's usually people with me, so they're like, dude,
don't do that, just chill.
Yeah, like, will grab me and everything, and I'm like, I mean, it's like two, 3 people grabbing me. And it's like, you have to get me out of line of sight, because at that point, if you got me to the point where I'm mad enough to like cause physical harm to you, I'm not even there at that point. Like, my reason, not there. Like, this composure, not there. you should be scared at that point. Just as nice as I am, it's like the extreme on the opposite end, like dead ass.
I haven't gotten into a fight since I was in 3rd grade. And I was wearing a green coat.
Okay.
And being a black woman at a majority Mexican school.
Okay.
At the time, they called me a walking tree, and I had it.
Yeah, so you obviously you have to beat their ass.
I was swinging them bitches around. I was just swinging like a
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the last time I got into a fight, y'all. So don't try to fight me out in the club, because I'll just hit my friend up. Girl, I'm gonna kick him, but can you like?
You won't even have to kick him, bitch. Oh my god, and over somebody else? Oh man, be scared.
Yeah, you gonna ride for your friend.
Oh my god, I'll ride for myself, but I ride for my bitches like 10 times as hard.
Don't fuck with us. If you
Don't.
see us don't fuck with us, bitch.
Please.
Also,
I always look scary anyways, I feel like, because of my RBF. But also, if you see us at Sue Ellen's, like, also.
If you see us at Sue Ellen's and you know us from the pod, please come up and say hi. That would be like...
You have to.
I would want to take all selfies with us. Like, I would probably buy y'all shots.
Yeah,
so
literally.
if you recognize us, please come up and see us from Sue Ellen's.
Yeah. We should go.
That's what I was actually thinking about that. We should go. What was I thinking? Oh, I don't want to, like... I don't give a fuck. Exclusive Saturdays... The next one is September 16th.
We should go.
So I'm like, okay, let me put it on the fucking calendar so that we can go.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny is that there was this other girl that I met on her that also went to that. And I thought it was so funny that we didn't go because I told her that we were going to go. And she was like, oh my God, I would have seen you.
Aww.
Yeah.
It's a cool. So if you've never heard of Exclusive Saturdays and you live in Dallas or neighboring cities or whatever, it is an all girls or all queer, not cisgendered male party.
It apparently was a lot of black women.
Oh, it's all black. That
yeah.
I want to be. It's all black. There.
Okay.
If there are bitches, they Latina.
Okay.
And they rolling deep with the black girls.
I love it.
There's no white people there, except for the bartenders, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
But it is an all black femme or adjacent party, and they have one once a month. I can't remember the bar that it's at, but if you look up Exclusive Saturdays,
like the letter X, Exclusive.
Yeah, on Instagram you'll be able to find them. I'm shouting them out, so do the same, bitch. You know, give me a little free ticket, girl, so I can come and ride that rodeo. I'm gonna find a little masked baby to buy us shots, like I said last time. I'm gonna find you. That's my specialty. Okay. Well, you can follow us on Instagram at allyourpleasures_. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can see our pretty faces and all the resting bitch faces that Lex provides throughout our podcast episode. We love you, whether you're listening to this on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Thanks for listening. Yeah. What do I usually do now?
That's it.
Oh, we love you.
Bye.
Hush, hush, baby.